Hi, Jack from Raw Physiotherapy here. Just in the last few years, I've noticed this strange phenomenon where as I'm sitting here punching away on my computer, my next patient rolls through and before they've even burst through the door, they're starting to yell at me, I've got tight hip flexors. Usually it's for a shoulder complaint. So I don't know what it is about this muscle group, but for some reason, people are really obsessed with it. So I thought we'd go through the proper way to stretch your hip flexors today. So the hip flexors are a group of muscles that are made up of things like your iliopsoas, your TFL, rectus femoris, as well as your adductor muscle group. So there's quite a few things going on down here. So the hip flexors have been blamed for pretty much anything and everything, from limiting your squat, which I've never really understood, because as you squat down, your hip flexors should actually go on slack. So it's important to not just blame your hip flexors for no reason, but to actually get them assessed, have a look at them and see if they are actually limiting your performance. So we'll get down to the nitty gritty and I'll show you the stretch that I usually prescribe my patients who do have truly tight hip flexors. Alright, so the most important thing about when you're stretching your hip flexors is taking the slack out of your system. So most of you would be familiar with this stretch and leaning forward. I can feel that a little bit through my thigh and a little bit up top. Now, when we come back into here, think about tucking your bum underneath you, squeezing your glutes. That's taking the slack out of the front of my hip. I've now got that on a really good stretch, so now when I lean forward, that's all I can get. So my hip flexors are probably a little bit stiff. My leg can't go into much hip extension, okay? So remember, tuck your bum, squeeze, and then lean forward, and you will feel that stretch nice and strongly across those tight hip flexors.